Nigel Farage has urged Boris Johnson to wake up and object to the appalling power grab by China over Hong Kong, after Beijing announced plans to introduce a national security law in the city. China's ruling Community Party has moved to introduce a controversial national security law in Hong Kong, which will criminalize treason, secession, sedition and subversion against the central government. The law, which looks set to bypass Hong Kong's lawmakers, would allow Chinese national security to operate in the city to fulfill relevant duties to safeguard national security in accordance with the law. Implementing such a law is seen as a huge blow to Hong Kong's freedoms and has been interpreted as a move to take full control over the territory. China has moved to introduce the measures in response to last year's violent protests. The law would bar activities of foreign and external forces interfering in Hong Kong's affairs. Critics have said the national security law, which is likely to pass into law in the coming days, will effectively wipe out the one country, two systems framework that gives Hong Kong freedoms not seen elsewhere in China. Protests have already started to erupt in the city, in response, against what they see erosion of Hong Kong's autonomy. The U.S. has heavily condemned the move by Beijing, with Donald Trump threatening serious consequences if the legislation is passed. Brexit Party leader Nigel Farage has also weighed in on the debate and urged the UK government to intervene. He wrote on Twitter, "Appalling power grab by China over Hong Kong. The USA government objects and ours says nothing. About time Huawei supporting Johnson woke up." President Trump has warned Beijing that Washington would react very strongly against an attempt to gain more control over Hong Kong. The White House accused China of reneging its commitment to keep the city semi-autonomous, as the new law would effectively limit opposition activity there. State Department spokesperson Morgan Ortagus said in a statement, "We urge Beijing to honor its commitments and obligations in the Sino-British Joint Declaration." The declaration was a bilateral treaty signed in 1984 that guarantees a high degree of autonomy for Hong Kong until at least 2047.